Can you even hear me?
I can. How are you?
Oh, fucking A. I've been unmuted. Oh, you had me muted?
No,
Motherfucker.
it does it by default. Simmer down. It's not a you thing. It's how the thing works.
Uh, I, it said you've now been unmuted, even though we've been 7 seconds past the end of the little thing.
I don't know. I think it took a little while for my computer to catch up.
Huh. What you got going on there?
I'm just, if you take a beer can or any sort of carbonated beverage and you spin it, this will prevent it from blowing up in your face.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking science, kid. How about that?
You're a man of many facts. How do you not
Didn't
know
know.
about this?
I don't know about that one. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't
You don't have the useful facts. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
know. Oh, you're breaking up. What's with your shitty internet? Oh my
Uh,
god. What's with your shitty internet? Why? Why oh why? Okay, this is fucking great. Don't know who's talking. Don't know who's on. Don't know shit. Okay. Yeah, he's blocked. Yeah, he's blocked. So hopefully, are you there?
am I here?
What the fuck, bro?
I don't know, man. We're
What
sorting
fuck?
this out. Don't worry.
Do we need to make a call to Bill? Get this shit right? I guess not. Oh wow. You came from a different angle.
Sometimes you just got to do that.
This isn't the fucking. This is not the IG feed. This is the fucking OG feed.
This is things ain't working. Let's do something else.
Oh my god. Now you sound like you're in a fucking closet, like with R. Kelly.
Is there anything to make you happy?
Yeah, perfection. Make it right. Like let's goddamn professionals around here.
Oh, clearly you got the wrong bunch of people for that. Anyway, so how you doing?
Good. We had to delay a day, but I had
It
some
just gives us more things to talk about.
yeah, I guess so. Well, I kind of worked out in our favor because now the Worlds has already started qualifying, and they weren't supposed to start till tomorrow. So,
But we honestly are
hold on,
probably
real quick. Did you fucking rob a Bob's Carpet Outlet? What the fuck you got going on in the corner over there?
it's just an old rug. I did a little renovation this weekend,
Jesus, old rug. That's like a 10-foot wide rug. What kind of ceilings you got going over there?
Dude. What's the term you say?
Yeah, you're doing very well.
Yeah, doing very well.
Huh?
I said I'm doing very well. It's not that tall. Here, you want me to test it? I can show you. So, this is
Yeah.
an average height.
Okay, so it's like 7 foot wide.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 foot. I think it's like an 8-footer. So,
All right.
yeah.
So you got them 10-foot ceilings there, kid. All right. I see you.
Different floors at different heights. That's just how it works, man.
All right. A little forced perspective or something, I guess. All right.
Yeah. But I like that's what you pick up on. That's good.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know if you're getting ready for your new carpet track.
No, I wish.
Yeah.
You never know. Like what will happen, the world never knows. So someday I dream, I have hopes and dreams, but we'll see if they ever become a reality.
All right. So anyway, yeah, the World's kicked off today. What were we talking about? Is that what we were talking about?
Well, you started talking about it, but I think we're going to distract ourselves and not talk about the main topics.
What's the main topic?
You going to the track. And then
wow.
Then there was also this amazing 8 scale race.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch that.
What?
What? I didn't watch that one. I heard. I mean, everyone, you, and everyone else kind of fed me. I kind of just figured it out just from like watching or reading and stuff, but I
Yeah.
didn't actually have to watch it.
I don't know. So let's not jump into all the stuff right away. Let's hit on you.
Well, first, if you have not liked or subscribed, let's do that now or share. Let your people know that this is what you're enjoying right now.
Yeah, sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, and then so what I think would be useful. So we're dealing with a non-linear timeline at times. Like we're trying to talk about, like we're Tarantinoing what happened, right? So let's go back, let's roll it back. Let's get linear.
All
All right.
right.
We're all just simple race car fans here. Okay.
Okay.
And I know I went to the track on Friday, and you
Yeah.
went to the track on Saturday, right?
Yes, I did. I went to Valkyria on Saturday.
Yeah. And so I I tried to do many tests of endurance of tires.
Okay.
I have many videos of tires wobbling like crazy.
Yeah.
And so I'm not totally sure. Like, is the wobble real or not? And so, like I'm going to share a video or two,
Okay.
and you tell me if this is real.
Sounds real to me.
I can tell you that tire ran like a champ.
Oh yeah.
hmm Here, let me show you another one.
Sounds just like the other one.
No, but the difference is because I'm running this thing at 12 volts, max RPM. I'm just like, let it go. And so
Yeah.
one of them, the thing moved. Like it went like that
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
table. The other one, it didn't. It just sat there.
Okay.
And I the only thing that is the X factor from maybe what you're doing is, I put them on the Mindfuck 1000.
Yeah. How'd that go? It's fucked your mind good.
No, I'm not feeling mind fucked right now.
Okay.
I'm not saying, hey, these tires that are making these noises on this balancing machine are bad.
Okay.
They weren't bad.
Okay.
So I have a feeling the tire rotisserie produces the results effectively that people want.
The sacred Kenny Rogers recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Kenny Rogers Roasters
Yeah.
that you all love.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to be said where you take a tire, you're not putting massive load on it, but you're spinning it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're applying some little heat,
Yeah.
a little bit of sauce,
All right.
and it's just getting a massage. It's kind of like a wagyu where you take
Yeah.
the baby
Yeah.
cow, massage the baby cow.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Well, that's veal.
Okay, it's whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The term baby. Would you like some steak or baby cow tonight? Didn't so they had to call it something else. So they call it veal.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So well, I mean, it's interesting that you found results. Do you think by your little marination techniques that you actually gain some performance or anything like that, or you just
I
it's
just
just
I just think it's
did it?
consistency.
Oh yeah,
Use a word that you like.
I
Consistency.
do like consistency. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're consistent more times than not, you're gonna finish ahead.
Unless you're just always slow.
Well, but I mean, even then, as long as you're consistent, everyone else might fucking break out in front of you, and you're still gonna be there.
I think you'd have to reverse peel a lot of people.
Well, I meant the last off-road race I ever ran in my life. which I've probably can count both of them on all of them on two hands.
Yeah.
I ran this off-road race, and all these dudes were failing, and I was just kind of out there singling and singling and singling and singling, and I fucking won. You know?
I don't know if that's a thing in the modern era, but yeah, I buy it.
Yeah.
I'm at least buying into what you're talking about.
All right. So anyway, but yeah, that's yeah, consistency is important.
Yeah.
So
So
anyway, so what else did you try? So again, the Mindfuck 1000 is this just out there to fuck with people's minds because I'm ready to buy one. What do I need to go? What do I need to get?
I don't think you can even find one. The only place I've seen them is like from some guy in Italy.
Ugh.
And
Hey, I know Italian.
okay, and then they're probably in many other Nitro Racers pit bags.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of those down here in Florida.
Yeah, so it might be time to get friendly and hit them up.
All right, any Florida guys, hit me up. Yeah, Mindfuck 1000.
Yeah, he needs the touring car, the 10 scale touring car version.
Yeah,
and yeah, so like I bolted those bad boys onto one of the two cars that I have, the higher roll center car, and I'll tell you this, that's probably the best touring car I've ever driven in my life. One of the best. It on the other tires, like our local track tires, the contacts, or you put these express tires on, it just rolls up, dudes. Like it is so fast.
it works on both
It works
tires.
both tires. We were on a dirtier than normal track on Friday,
Yeah,
and so there are some certain considerations into how much grip there was or wasn't. And that car, it does have more of a slide to it when you go a little nutty, but if you can keep the thing under its own power and not going stupid with it, which I think I did some other testing. Like I ran a 5.0 versus a 4.5.
mm-hmm.
I tell you, I love a 5.0.
Yeah,
5.0 is where it's at in my mind. A 4.5,
vanilla ice in it.
a
5.0.
little too much at the bottom.
Yeah,
And so it's still probably ways I can figure that out. I can tell you with the same speedo settings, the 4.5 feels really good up top.
mm-hmm.
And it definitely has a lot more, oomph. But when grip is low, that doesn't help. All you're doing is spinning tires harder.
For sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I felt really positive about that car. And then
but when you ran that car down here, it didn't fucking.
it pushed off the track.
Yeah.
It pushed off the track. I detuned the fuck out of it. And when I showed up, 2 weeks ago here in Seattle and ran it, it just was like losing the ass everywhere because it had no rear grip. So I don't think with these express tires, I don't think they ever are loose. I think all they can really be is pushy. And if your car is loose, that just means you have a good set of tires on and you need to dial some rear grip into it. That's my working assumption right now. And so my goal is to actually just show up in Florida. Well, actually, the cars will be sent to your house, but they'll show up in Florida. They will have a full set of tires on them, and those tires have like 2 packs on them, and they're good. And like I can run practice with those tires. Like the very first few laps I can do with those, and I can at least know, hey, where is it?
Right.
And while I do that, I'll put the new ones on the Mindfuck 1000, marinate, and just try to go and crush it.
You're not going to run any more between now and then?
I'm not going to run those cars anymore. I need to build a stock car.
Okay.
So I have 2 mod cars because shit happens, and I'm going to build a stock car because apparently there's these awesome deals at AwesomeaticsUSA.com right now
Oh yeah,
where prices have just gone,
fucking slashed.
yeah,
Fucking Radio City here or what?
everyone's a team driver right now.
Crazy Eddie and his fucking sales.
Insane. Yeah.
Stereo City, that's what it is.
And yeah, so yeah, we gotta build up one more kit and put some stuff in it. And then what I'm hoping to do here in the next week or so is I need to run stock motor or super stock motors.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone would think, oh, you're going to run the R1? Well, maybe. And then I'm going to try a slot machine. I'm also going to try the new Phantom motor.
Is the slot machine even legal?
Uh,
And or the new Phantom motor?
The Phantom is. I don't know on the slot machine. I think it is. But those are all good questions. Very valid. I like that. And
should the R1 be legal?
well, it's proven it can be legal. Maybe not the one I'm about to buy, but it's fine. And yeah, so I want to run some motors and just see like kind of how they behave with different timing amounts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, hopefully kind of get that done and dusted. And like I'm already starting to think about my 12 scale program.
Okay.
And got tires ordered for 12 scale, and was already kind of dusting off this one.
Oh boy.
Trying to figure out, well, what do I do next? Like, this is like, this was good and current as of, when I ran it last at Snowbirds. But
is that mod?
Yeah, it's the mod car. So it has a Hobby Wing motor in it, so it's a mod car. It has a 6.5 in it. See?
Yeah.
And so I'm only going to run a 6.5 because I'm not that good. And
right.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think about what to do to this. And I have a few replacement parts that I need to put on here. One of which is the beautiful Radtech fans. And so I have some Ghetto fan on this thing right now. And I want to put a slightly better fan on it. But
okay.
Anyway, but that's part of the plans. And then I'm just sort of trying to figure out, like, what am I running at the Halloween race? Well, I think I'm going to run stock 12, and I think I'm going to run stock touring. And I don't know if I'm going to run anything other than those two things. And so I'm just trying to figure out, do I run any of those cars at the NYGP, or do I not run them at the NYGP? So,
what are you going to run at the NYGP besides mod 12 scale?
Well, right now it's only mod 12 scale. So the big classes, just as a fun like thought experiment, because that race is coming up hot and heavy. Did you hear Mark Reinhardt's coming?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so that's pretty big. So
fucking the Germinator himself.
Yeah, ignore my chest muscles on the screen. You're like, muscles? Wait a minute.
Yeah, more like a neck beard.
Wow. Anyway, so yeah, but things are starting to fall together for the NYGP. Certain manufacturers are shipping tires already.
Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting. And all in all, just trying to tighten up all the loose ends. And if we look at the entry count there, stock touring is still the biggest class by far.
Oh yeah,
27 entries. So I'm thinking about throwing my hat in the ring in some stock touring.
I would say you just run mod 12 scale, some stock touring, and just get it ready for the Halloween Classic.
Yeah, I might run stock 12 scale also, because there's something I want to try.
Why not? Go fucking crazy.
Yeah. Why not?
You've run all the classes before, so 3 is like a fucking spring break.
Oh yeah, I've run 5 or 6, so yeah, it's not that hard. It's just I'm mostly worried about showing up to the event and like not having something. So because I probably won't get to run any of my carpet cars beforehand, so I'm gonna have to like set up my table at home and be like, hey, can I do all the things? Because I'll show up and I won't have like, camber gauges or like wheel bearings or something dumb. I'll just be like, oh man, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, but you know a lot of dudes, and like,
Yeah.
and your supply chain's fucking right down the road.
I get it. But still, I don't want to be that guy who's just like a chuckle fuck, just doesn't have his shit right.
That's a little late, but in the game, you're
Thanks.
fucking yeah.
Anyway, so,
Alright.
but yeah, I don't know, lots of things happening. Just trying to make plans, trying
Yeah.
to keep on top of everything. And
Okay. Have you even booked airfare yet?
no, I haven't. It gets
Yeah, heaven forbid you fucking did that.
Yeah, it gets complicated, dude. I gotta fly to New York, and then I go from New York to Florida,
Yeah.
and then Florida to Seattle, and Seattle to
Cleveland.
Cleveland. So yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta work on that. That's true.
Yeah, that's kind of like usually when people get ready for races, they plan their travel and like that, and then they go to the get that knocked out of the way. That's low hanging fruit, and then you get to the do I have my camber gauges with me and shit like that, and
Yeah.
you're just like, well, eh.
It'll be all right. So, anyway,
your ways of doing things sometimes puts me in awe.
that's fine. I'm happy. I like the shock and awe.
I mean, you're just like, I can't live like that, man. Like,
Oh well.
so,
But
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. That's what happened with me. And then the only other big news, and I don't have anything to actually physically show this. Only other big news out there is in the thing that I'm following right now is the existence of oval bodies.
Oh yeah,
Wow, oval bodies.
the
And so
Montacs, the Daytonas, and the Darlingtons, and the fucking Bristols.
no, it's not a Daytona. That has
Oh,
two copyright problems. And so we got that advice from our friend Mike Boyle, and he said, whatever you do, don't use the word Daytona. So
okay.
we've been working with we basically had two Italians on one side, on the US side and on the Europe side, working together on a project. And I think it's turned out pretty good, which is, promising.
Yeah.
And so we have a smattering of.
What the fuck's your dog doing?
He's barking. That's what he does, man. So we have a smattering of different body solutions, and they cover like the three major classes within the oval racing. And so we got a truck body right here. It's called the Bristol. It just tries to make truck bodies like not shitty, because often truck bodies are too narrow or they just don't fit right.
Okay.
And then there's some other like changes to the back of the truck body to try to make it drive better too.
Okay.
And then there is a stock body. It's called Darlington. And so this body is no longer a symmetrical looking body. It is focused on how do you make it good?
You twisted her up a little bit, huh?
Yep.
All right.
And then the last one is called Dega.
Yeah.
This has nothing of any discernible value or improvement other than availability.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe we'll make something better in the future.
Is it like super light?
Oh yeah. And
yeah,
the bodies.
It's like no more having to scrape and shit.
There's no more scraping. All right. So the truck body is 105 grams, like on the nose when you put some paint on it. And then the stock body and the mod body or the open body, they are going to be in the high 60s, low 70s when you paint them. And
With
so
wing?
I don't know how much the wing adds, but like the stock car doesn't have a wing, so yeah, it's not that heavy.
I think
And
his 66 was kind of, if I remember correctly. But yeah,
yeah,
it kind of, yeah.
so some people were already starting to say, "Hey, is it too light?" And the question was, will it like flex or will it rattle at high speeds?
No,
And it's been proved out it will not rattle. It just puts the laps down.
yeah.
So um,
No, don't worry. Too light? What the fuck's that?
people are worried about things being too light. It's okay,
Okay.
whatever. I'm not. I don't race that class. I don't know anything about it. I just
No.
know that this stuff is the best Lexan in the business,
Yeah.
and like let's put it on things. That's all. Um, so yeah, that's what's happening with that.
Well, good. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it's
you move a couple.
yeah, it's going all right. And we yesterday they were announced as the Pancar Bush series,
Mm-hmm.
which uses like a subsea cells.
Okay.
They picked up the stock body in their rules, and we hear that the tour is okay with the bodies. We're just trying to see if we've landed them in the country soon enough so that they're ready for the first Pemberton race series up in New York State, upstate New York,
Okay.
which is happening on October 13th.
Okay.
But
I think you
I,
got that.
I think so.
Yeah.
They landed yesterday, which is the 13th. There's 31 days this month, right?
Yeah.
So I hope we do the math. It should be all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what's going on over here. So you were at Valkyrie, and then I heard there was some sort of love situation going on. So was it you and like Joe like making out, or what was that?
No, it wasn't me and Uncle Joe, Uncle Bad Touch Joe, or whatever you want to call him. No, it wasn't us. The love bugs, which are so from all accounts, if you don't know what the love bugs are, maybe do a little Google search. The Oh, here, I think I can find a picture quicker. But
Okay.
but yeah, so what love bugs are a fucking annoying thing that happens in Florida twice a year. It usually happens around May and it usually happens in September. And what it is that a love bug is, it kind of looks like a lightning bug
Okay.
if you're from the north. And this is what a love bug is.
Okay.
And usually what they do is, this is how they mate. So this is love bugs fucking. So you buy one, you get one free. And so what happens is, these little things, they fly around, and they kind of fly around in swarms, and then they mate. So then they just drag each other around the fucking table, or drag each other around the air as they're fucking.
So which
And
one's the man?
I don't know.
I thought you would know these
I'm
things.
not looking up his wings and seeing if it's got a little dingy or not. I don't care. So in any case, so um love bugs will fuck up your car, because as you're driving, you're just crushing these bitches, just fucking left and right. And so uh, I hadn't seen too much of a problem at Valkyra. Like where I live in St. Pete, Clearwater area, I don't really have a lot of love bugs around here. You get into more rural areas or more centralized areas of Florida, they definitely become more prevalent. Um, so eventually, what they were developed by one of the universities, like fucking Gatorade, down here, to combat mosquitoes.
I'm sorry. This is a genetically engineered insect.
Yes. It's Florida fucking up Florida, is what it is. Now, I could have some of this wrong, so don't fucking fact check me. But from what I understand, these were genetically engineered to fight the mosquito problem in Florida.
How'd that work?
It didn't, because they didn't fucking eat the mosquitoes and they just like to fucking fly around. So anyway, um, hey, Gatorade did pretty good with that one. Love bugs didn't do so well with that one.
Mhm.
So, hey, 50-50, I guess. But in any case, the so yeah, parts of rural areas, they're, pretty prevalent. They will, like, if you're driving down the highway and you get into an area that has them, I mean, your fucking windshield's covered, your front bumper's covered. It fucks up your paint. Like, you really, like, you need to get them bitches off as fast as you can. It's Yeah. So anyway, so we were at the track on Saturday, and the love bugs were out. And now I've been to Valkyria many times, and I don't ever really remember them like this bad. And they're not annoying. They're only annoying because they'll just fly and they'll just fucking land on you, or they'll land on your pit, or they're kind of just they're just around. They don't bite. They don't. They're just there, and they're annoying. And so they were like all around the pits. They were around the track. They were around the driver's stand. You come off the track, and there's at least, I don't know, 4 to 5 dead ones on suspension arms and fucking up in wheels, and in the body or whatever, right? It's because you're running over them and doing
Yeah.
weird shit. So, any case, some folks had to tap out of the love bug season. Like, I can't take this. I got to go home. I drove too far, so I was fucking powering through. But like, you're driving, and all of a sudden they just land on your hand, and it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, fuck.
Yeah. So it's weird.
Yeah, it's just weird.
And
And
so,
again,
like, DBX body covered in love bugs.
on the inside, I mean, I had to, scrape them, kind of brush them out. I
Yeah.
didn't. I never. The thing that's really kind of funny, like in an RC car, I never really had them on the front of the grill or on like the windshield. They're
Yeah.
always like up in the tires or on the suspension arms or fucking wrapped around a dampener or something like that. It was, you just had to
They get
brush
like
it off.
obliterated. Yeah.
Huh?
They get like sliced in half.
Yeah, they pretty much. Yeah, we were just carving them up. So anyway, so when I got to the track, obviously with the season we're in right now, we're kind of in the rainier season, and we had a chance for rain around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. So try to get in as much as I could. Track had really, for the most part, I thought it had a feel that it had a few months ago or a couple months ago, where the grip was just really good and consistent. Like, didn't really matter what I did with my car. I could make a change and I could feel it. Um, I could change tires, and the tires were, they kind of were the same. There wasn't a lot of variation. It was really consistent, really high grip. I think the pace of the track was a little off.
Mhm.
Um, I would have liked to see lap times and go back and kind of look at the data. However, Joe sometimes doesn't like to use up his unlimited Wi-Fi and upload the times, because you can run out of that unlimited data every now and then. And so Uncle Joe, he just for whatever reason didn't turn it on, so I can't really look at the data. But I wasn't as quick as I should have been, but I think the track was off a little bit comparative to what a normal fast day would be,
Mhm.
being a little slower. But I think just because it had more grip, or at least a grip that my car likes to work in. I've kind of made some changes from when we were there a few weeks ago. You and I were there,
Okay.
and uh, I think that you talked about having a higher roll center car. I
Yeah.
kind of went between my little low and high, and I think I need to go just a little higher. And I think that'll give me a more opportunity to be aggressive with the car. Uh, but so I ran, and then I ran my stock car, and I ran the mod car, and then the stock car. I kind of came there with a set of tires that didn't had maybe 2 runs on it, or a run and a half, something like that. And I kind of worked on it and made some changes. And by the end of the day, on the same set of tires, it was really good. Like,
Hmm.
it felt really good. And it was getting faster. So like, usually when you run, you don't necessarily get faster, right? You just, because the tires are falling off, so it's kind of your sliding scale there. But it got faster, and did some of my better lap times. And then at the end of the day, and then I went out to run the mod car one last time, because I got crazy. Like, I was like, man, this car feels so good. I feel like I have so much grip. I'm going back to short arms. Yeah, son. So I went back to fucking short arms, and I was like, I think we can make this work right now. Just wanted to see what it would do, right? So I'm thrashing, just trying to get short arms on the car. And all I can see off to my right is this big fucking cloud of rain coming. And I'm like, oh fuck me. And I'm just running and running and running. And I finally get everything thrown back on. And I go out there and I run some laps and I'm like, nah. I was like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it really didn't really want much difference. And I'm like, well, maybe the tires are fucked. Let me put some new tires on it. So I was getting ready to put some new tires on, and sure as shit, it's 2 o'clock, and here comes the rain. And it rained for literally like 2 minutes, kind of sprinkled, like the fucking edge just kind of just went right by. And like it was just a periphery. And it lasted all of about 2 minutes. Track didn't really get wet, just kind of, like I said, just sprinkled a little bit.
Okay.
And so waited about another 10 minutes, went out there, ran on new tires. Car just wasn't, it was just kind of and I ended up tapping the wall on the backstretch, knocked the receiver out of it, and then the fucking car went dead. And I don't know, just the receiver fell all apart. And I was just like, all right, I'm fucking done with this thing. Because I was by this point, I was like, I've run a little enough to know that it was like, it just really wasn't. It was like, yeah. So I'm like, I want to take these tires that only have, let's say, 15 laps on them. I want to put them on a stock car because I want to see what the stock car does, right?
Yep.
And it was fucking horrible. Like, it was kind of pushy loose. It was like 7/10 slower. Like, and I'm like, maybe this is just a shit set of tires because like stock car was really good before, and like, but like the car wasn't undrivable. It was just slow, and like it just didn't have quite that feel. And but it wasn't pushy either. It was kind of like it was really weird, and maybe that attributed to what the mod car was, how it was just a little whatever tapping, motherfucker. Yeah, I tapped the wall. All right, this guy, he's got jokes.
Yep.
Anyway, that's funny. Anyway, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so it was just kind of off and on, and so I did a couple more runs with the stock car just to. I didn't change much, but just wanted to see what the tires were doing. And by that point, I was tired and hot and love bugged out, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going home." So I went home around 3 o'clock. They were supposed to shut down at 4. There was another rain cell coming. I don't know if it ever made it or not. But at this point, like there was only 3 people there. There was myself, Furman, and Felix. That was it. Everyone had packed their shit up and gone home. So I was kind of like, I was just done for the day.
The top 3 at the Nats.
I mean, it was obviously we were like the most diehardest dudes there, right? And everyone else is like, yeah, I live like a lot of people were like, I live like down the street, so I'm like, fuck it, I can come here all the time, right? But like, we actually drove, so we're like, fuck this, we're staying. So I don't know, it was a decent day. Again, it was a track that I've kind of felt before, like the way my cars drove, the way they kind of reacted to things. Is very similar to the track a few months ago. Don't really know what that means, but again, every time I go there, it just seems that it's a little different. And I made the joke of how'd you guys spray it this time, and they're like, "Oh, spray the same all the time." They didn't find it funny, and so no.
I wonder why.
Because I wear them out about it. I think so. Like, fuck this show. Fuck you and your podcast and your fucking inconsistent bitching ass.
As long as you know that you wear them out, all right? That's the key. If you weren't aware of the fact that you wore them out, then it's just you don't have that internal awareness. But
yeah. So, in any case, I think it was a good day overall. Yeah, I like I said, my cars were consistent throughout the day. I made changes. I could feel what those changes were. I kind of went one way and then came back the other way, and it was nice. It was a good day. Ran, I think 2 sets of new tires, maybe 3. Yeah, 3 sets of new tires, and whether I was on some old ones that only had one or two runs, or on brand new ones. I didn't really have. I felt like I had any tire issues. They were consistent until I ran that last set.
Yeah, you just spent
Hold on,
10
hold
minutes.
on. Until I
Okay.
ran that last set, and
Yeah.
then that last set just I don't. I mean, I changed my mod car so much that I don't know. I can't really. It's not that apples to apples. But yeah, when I put them on the stock car, they just didn't. They were not like. They were just weird. So
That sounds bad.
yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it could be just. I don't know. Maybe the rain fucked it up. I don't know.
Well, yeah, who knows?
I
That
mean, I
rain.
didn't really rain that hard, but who? I mean, I don't know.
Rain is still a thing.
Yeah.
So without a doubt. All
So
right.
yeah, it was a good day overall, and I did mount a body that was a little further forward. I think
Yeah.
that was a body of choice. I made some calls to Nashville or the Murfreesboro area, and say, hey, what do you do with your DBX? And the kid
Uh-huh.
was like, well, I do it like this, and I'm like, all right, and so I
Uh-huh.
want to do it like that, and yeah, it worked. I liked it.
All right. Well,
It
maybe
wasn't it wasn't too much crazier than where I was already at.
okay.
So it was just, but it was enough. It was about 1.6 to 2 millimeters difference.
Mhm.
And yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Might be something to look into then.
yeah.
Well, it's
It wasn't crazy, you know.
yeah, that's my other nightmare is like I gotta prep the house race.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm sure well, wouldn't you just? I don't even know what do you run a carpet now? Do you just run twisters or something?
I don't know. I've run a twister once in my life for 3 minutes.
Oh,
Um, I'm gonna run a zero.
okay.
So
That new
uh,
Proform thing should be pretty good.
sure, I bet. Anyway, I hear some people really like it. So, um, but yeah,
No, zero's good. I like that body.
yeah, that's what I ran in Denver. That's what I'll run again.
Yeah.
Um, and we also have that new Evo and the Evo 2. And I I read something about it. Okay, all I heard was that EFRA has notified the manufacturer that everything's fine, but can't be approved until November. And then we were asked if Roar has been done with their certification process, and Roar got the body on maybe the 20th, something like that. So it's only been almost a month, so they're not done with it yet. So
Right.
you know, we'll see.
Right. Hey,
And
hold on a second. I'll be right back.
okay, and as we say things like that, I'm going to remind people you got to really help us and rock the vote because don't be hating. Vote for Clayton. He will be coming up for election soon, and hopefully the nomination comes out soon. They published a timeline, and hopefully we can maybe see some change going on within the Roar organization and make things a little more effective. Let's hope. And I don't know what the Mangler is going to come back and want to talk about, but I think we should talk about this picture, which is amazing. So, if you guys didn't see the world, you should. But the part that blew my mind the most about the 8 scale worlds was this picture. And so hopefully people will like this picture. It
Is this
is,
of Ronald Folks tires?
yes, it is Rana Folks chewed up, beat down tire.
Yeah,
I would,
you say that, but I'm saying caked up fucking grip tire.
yeah, but dude, that tire had pins on it.
I mean, I don't know what they were running beforehand.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I knew what it looked like beforehand. And I think we could guess what it looked like beforehand if we just look at some of the other pictures that he'd posted. And so it may not be what it looked like beforehand, but I bet it's pretty close. Like if you look at this picture of him here, and then we like zoom in a little bit, that's as much it'll let me zoom in. But it looks like it has, it's like a BK bar style.
Yeah. Well, I think too that, after running that long, that track has gained so much castor oils put down, traction, rubber, that it's just caked up. And so therefore the caked upness of the tire, if that's a word, provides the grip that he needs.
Mhm.
Whereas this tire will work very well if he can stay in the groove. If he gets out of the groove and gets any dust on it, because it's probably going to pick up every single piece of
Yeah,
it,
over.
he's fucked. But
Yep.
if he can stay in the groove and kind of just keep the tire clean,
Yep.
I think even though this doesn't have a tread or pin on it, it's just caked up with shit that it's going to work.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
it's like how do they say that? Uh, uh I'm trying. There was an example and I can't think of it, but it's just kind of like when it's like when rubber runs on rubber after some point, or uh, there's a term and I can't get it right now. But anyway, um, but yeah, when you get kind of traction onto traction,
Mhm.
uh, they'll you'll be fine.
Yeah. And the fun part is, I think if you read the sidewall, I'm pretty sure it's this AKA Sierra. I'm sorry, is it called Sierra? Let's see.
There's the Hot Race Sahara.
Yes, Sahara compound. And so if I just switch to that window, I think you can see what it looks like ahead of time. And so this is the after,
Hmm.
and now this is the before.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
So like you said, it's like it doesn't have a lot there anyway.
yeah, it's not, it's just a little web.
Yep.
And but yeah, the to me the difference between this and this looks pretty mega. And yeah, I don't know. It I assume it would just take too long and cause too much drama to do a tire pit stop where you would have to be really up in the lead to have confidence to pull off a tire pit stop.
Well, as hard as he was pushing that car at the end, from what I understand, I mean, it didn't really matter. I mean, he was clearly the fastest car on the track
Yeah, but
towards the end of the run.
if you didn't win, you didn't win.
Mm, I
That's
get it.
so
Maybe he needed to get rid of all that pin to fucking get fast.
maybe could be.
Maybe
And
his shit was just fast on balls.
yeah, and then like the other kind of fun topic is the 10 scale worlds that are happening right now in Italy. And so, some of these guys finished up Saturday night and now they are in, Italy, sharing in whatever sort of cluster they got going on there. And so the guys from RC Racing TV showed up. This was supposed to be a practice day, but they've started doing qualifying, and um, the track is interesting because I don't know if you saw these videos. They extended three of the corners on this
Yep.
like rhythm based layout, and
Yep.
so what you can see here
Well, remember a
is
couple
you
weeks ago we
have
talked to Max, right? And we were like, yeah, he says, yeah, they're gonna have to change the track and this and that. Well, and I was kind of like, well, what the fuck they're gonna do? It's a ribbon track. They're not gonna like. He's like, I don't know. They're supposed to do something, and this was their solution. They just added a couple dots a little further out.
yeah. So there's some astroturf, so you can see
Mhm.
very low grass, and then domes. And so what's interesting is like some of the domes on the backside here, or as you approach, because you're going to approach from right to left, they're not high.
No, this is left to right. This is on the. This
No,
is
this is
the.
the front straightaway. Or, I'm sorry. No. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. Actually, so the cars are traveling clockwise in this picture. Okay. Yeah, you're totally right. So on exit they're flat, but on entrance they seem high.
Hmm.
And so this is the last one that they would see on the lap. And then they did some really bad camera work trying to go find the other one. All right, so here's the other one. And so this one again is like in the middle of the track, center of the lane, and it takes what used to be maybe a nice rounded corner and it just makes it a point. But these two don't feel like the worst ones. Um,
No,
the
this one actually here. This one here actually doesn't seem that bad at all.
Yeah, but like I think they're also okay because they're in the second lane of traffic, so
Hmm.
you're not looking so far.
Right.
The last one, you might not see it even initially, but it's back here in the sweeper. And so
Oh,
what
that's where that one's at?
yeah, so what the commentators were talking about was the corner has an actually it has a natural bank to it.
Or bend.
Well, around the corner, but
Yeah.
the surface has camber.
Hmm.
And so ultimately, it's actually trying to wrap you into the corner.
Hmm.
So you're almost having to basically like double steer out of it.
Right.
The crazier part is this is the farthest corner from any of the drivers.
Yeah, I was watching cars go through the sweeper, and I'm like, they just didn't like. They look like they were on a natural arc, and then they look like they had to do some weird shit. And now that kind of explains why the
Yep.
cars just don't look like they flow through there that well.
Yep. And so we can play um, the actually maybe we play like Heat 5. So this is like the B sort.
Yeah,
And
Hagberg lays it down.
yeah, he does well. Orlowski up front really actually had the pace.
Hmm.
Um, so
It's
Marshall's
getting dark too. I don't know if you realize how dark it was getting.
yes, too. And it looked very dark at the end. Like when the race 6 was running, it was really
Yeah.
bad. But so this is Orlowski in the white. And
Right.
so what seems really crazy here, and I know it's probably jittery and all this other stuff. You can go watch the video yourself. But Orlowski's car in the infield actually looks really nice.
Hmm.
It's turning in really good. But you see how complicated that corner now looks over there.
Right.
It just isn't natural anymore.
No, it isn't.
And it probably is also deceiving because you have that like really black nitro line.
Well, that and you have banking that's pushing you down towards a fucking
Yeah,
curve that's not there, or that's
exactly.
there.
Yeah. So, it is interesting. When I was watching this video earlier today during lunch, uh, what I saw was, and I would love if maybe Mr. Hagberg would actually comment, and I'll try to bug him offline on this. But later on, they show his car, and he's running his traditional colors. We'll see if we can jump ahead. And here he is. And so his car looks really good, except when it turns in. And so, like those two right-handers where those funny dots are, his car just stalls on entry. And so I don't know if you can see that. It could be the video feed. I don't know, but it looks like it just doesn't want to get in the corner like some of the other cars.
A lot of cars, look like they don't want to get in the corner because I don't know if you watch. I watched a few of these today,
Mhm.
and especially like on the start, like when they really first start the heat, I saw
Yeah.
a lot of dudes going into that first corner of the sweeper and they just fucking push. I saw a lot of guys,
Yeah.
and then like they would push out even on through the sweeper or through the right hander right there in front of the driver's stand. It's kind of I do see some cars really pushing getting in. I don't
Yeah.
know if that was because of the cold tires uh, 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 being at night and the grip kind of out of the track. Could be that. Not really certain, but yeah, you could definitely see the cars, especially through the sweeper too, going onto the main straightaway. That they were really having to lift and push through that area,
Yeah.
and so.
Yeah. The other thing I thought was interesting, just because like it's becoming low light, that
Hmm.
the camera couldn't even keep focus. So
Yeah.
the second half of that qualifier, the cars got really blurry, and especially at the far end where the sweeper is with those extra dots,
Yeah.
it just looked like a total disaster to me.
Well, I also read shout out to Red RC being back. I mean, come on. I, I I like what Red RC does and their coverage of an event and the way they conduct interviews or just the way they write up their stuff. I miss it. I really do. I do. I haven't. I really appreciate their journalism per se, and they had actually wrote that prior to this qualifier that we're watching right now, one of the uh, Asian members said they protested the start of the race because it was too dark and their
Yeah.
driver couldn't see, and that was Naoto.
Mhm.
And about 2 laps in, he bailed.
pulls
He pulls it because he breaks. I think he broke the car.
Mhm.
So he felt that he couldn't see it and it was too dark. So maybe he needs to eat some carrots tonight or something. But yeah, interesting that they got this in. Um, it's really. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to be interesting for the rest of the weekend due to the high chances of rain, I
Mhm.
guess, that are
And
coming.
they talked about on the coverage that, so there's three classes racing: F1, stock, and mod. And if they can get a round in of just F1 without the weather changing, that's a good round.
Okay.
So, like, basically, let's say round two starts tomorrow, they can do F1 and every dry scenario, then those results stand. If during the stock run it starts to rain, well, then I guess they'll have to scrap those results. And then they would have the mod guys run in the rain and then run the stock guys again,
Okay.
which again just seems crazy to me.
Well, I think if you finish whatever round of the class and it's under consistent,
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, but the thing is too, it's like, say you're running, right? And uh, qualifier 3 is under light rain, but when you get to the fast guys in qualifier 6 of
Yeah.
same
You got
mod,
booster
it's
tails.
fucking unleashes Florida
Yeah.
style. I mean, what the fuck then? Like, how do you determine the level of rain that's
Yeah.
acceptable?
I don't
But
know.
I mean, I think we're gonna see our first worlds ever run under rain conditions.
Yeah. I think these guys should pack up, go to like a more populous city and just eat pasta. That's what I would do. I'd be like, "Fuck all this noise. Let's go have some pasta."
Go get some wine and some cheese and fucking let's just party.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Because this looks brutal. I also hear from one of our German friends that uh, the majority of the nations and all of the team managers had put forth the removal of these barriers, these little dots, and the astroturf section or felt section.
Hmm.
But both IFMAR and the track denied it.
No, I heard that IFMAR didn't even agreed and took it to the track and the track guys were like, no.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. No, that's what I read. Like IFMAR is like, all right, if you guys want to vote and change it and you guys are all unanimous, we'll go and vote and change it and we'll go talk to the track. And then so they talked to the track was like, nah, fuck you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say about all that.
That's crazy if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because you would think IFMAR would be like, nah, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, fuck you.
I don't know who they're following right now on the screen, but it actually looks very interesting to me because the cars are taking what I would believe are massively different lines. Um, or maybe, the guy who's following, who's trailing blew some corners. But it's not like he lost a lot of pace in doing so.
Yeah. I think it's
Uh,
Volker.
no, Volker was in
Was
the
in the
last,
yeah, he was in the 5, wasn't he?
he was in the B heat and he was in the lead, then he tapped out. So I don't know if this is crap. Uh, I
I don't
don't
know, the
know.
video's so choppy,
Oh,
giving me seizures.
what's that? It's not doing it for you. You
Yeah.
can't. You have
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah. I can't really. It's
All
hard to
right.
watch.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting week. It'll be fun to see all the drama that comes out of it, and it feels like the polar opposite of the last week at that nitro race, where everyone seemed to be happy. They seemed to be having fun. They had
Drinking beers on the track, having post race whatevers.
dude, they were having like big romances going on.
Yeah.
It was really fun to watch some of the guys after they had failed in qualifying, just watching them drunk on RC Racing TV. Shout out to Aiden Horn, who was just like, "Yeah, I sucked," and he was just calling it out like it was.
Yeah,
And you
seems
know,
like a funny kid.
it was honest to see, so it was nice.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Uh, a lot of those off-road guys I don't know. And it was kind of nice to just watch them a little bit and see what was going on. And yeah, it was definitely entertaining. Yeah, the vibe. And I think shout out to Lefty, your boy, and Nick. Very entertaining on the microphones, kind of announcing the race. I don't know
yeah,
what's Nick's last name.
what's that?
What's Nick's last name?
I don't know.
Yeah. He's good, and I think we got to get him on the podcast because he's very entertaining.
Well, Nick,
Yeah, he has that very he has that very British humor of insulting you but making it sound so nice that you're like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
it's yeah,
His sarcasm runs deep.
yeah, and it is it's pretty good, and I do enjoy it. And there was an episode of they show a video, or there's a video that's out there you can find. I'm trying to find coverage that doesn't make it look like we have banana ears. But he had asked Michael Schumacher what it felt like
Oh
um,
yeah,
to beat Ayrton Senna's record, and Schumacher just breaks down crying. So that was like in 2000. I guess one's career goes on a hell of a roller coaster. You go from talking to Schumacher, and now
you're
you
calling
come
it
back and you're talking to, I don't know, like,
Aiden
let's say
Horn.
Barry Baker. Well, it isn't Barry Baker, but I'm just trying to give a dichotomy of people. And so that's definitely got to be something. And so apparently people have saved the day. His name is Daman.
There's a Damon.
So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Who knows? Whatever.
Oh, speaking of which,
So
Dave Vera posted. Did you see how fast they were running down the straightaway?
119 kilometers an hour.
Is it 119 or 109?
119 was the fastest they talked about on the video coverage earlier today.
So what's that?
75 miles an hour.
Okay. Because I was about to say, if it was only 109, they ain't got enough fucking cowbell. Because I know Dave Vera, he hit 70 something at Fort Myers, and that's half this fucking length.
Yeah. Well, there was only a few people that blew out tires at Kissimmee for the 2014 Worlds. It was Nyati and Dave Vera, and also Christian Tabouche. I think those three are the ones that blew up tires at that race.
Yeah, because all the cowbell, they're just
Send it.
Yeah. So but 119, that's doing pretty good.
Not bad. You got to turn still. I bet you could go a little faster if you don't have to turn. I heard something, and I don't have video that evidence of this. I heard someone took a no prep car and went 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
Does anyone know anything about that?
I'm sure.
If you do, tell us.
Like how long?
In whatever size that they're running.
Oh.
So 132 feet.
Ulbrich did? Yeah, figures.
I would love to see a video of that. If Ulbrich, if that's anywhere on video, that'd be great.
Well, if there's anyone who would probably do it, it would be him. I mean, he's an old school oval guy from back in the day.
Really good.
Yeah. He knows all the fucking shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. Could be interesting,
Yeah.
You remember a long time ago, Kent Clausen had the speed record for it was 88 or 90 miles an hour at a velodrome.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even before this no prep thing what's the other guy's name? I think it begins with Nick something or other.
Nick, yeah, Nick. Shit. Nick.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
know that you guys had to do some custom wheels for him back in the day.
yeah. So, Nick. I can't remember his last name. Somewhere. No, not Nick Bell. Nick, world record holder, 200 miles an hour. Nick guy.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. So that was always funny because when I was working at BSR, like people, we would get these phone calls from these dudes that are like, yeah man, I got me a Traxxas and I want to go 200 miles an hour or 150 or whatever they're going to do, and like,
Right.
I need some tires I can go this fast with. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not going to do it. Doesn't matter what tires I sell you. And they're like, why me, man? I'm like, do you understand that this Nick, I can't even think of his last name right now, this guy, like his sole purpose in life at that point in time was to make an RC car go 200 miles an hour, right? Like this is what he wanted to do. Like, and the guy literally spent, if if I had to guess, it was probably in the similar neighborhood of $100,000 to
Yes.
fucking do this. And he would rent out fucking airports and like spend hours sweeping the fucking runway. He had a special stand. He had a custom radio. He had fucking Nick Case. Yeah, that's it. And like, dude, dude would spend thousands of dollars just on fucking gears and like just everything to go 200 miles an hour. And yes, we had to make him special tires to do 200 miles an hour. I mean, he rented a fucking cherry picker so that he could fucking stand and see. And like, this, and then there, inevitably some fucking dipshit's gonna call me up and like, yeah man, I won't break it. And I'm like, no you're not. Like, you can't fathom how fast this guy went and how much preparation and time it took to go that fast. And it's kind of, and it's just insane. And you're just not going to rock up to wherever and be like, yeah, I'm going to take my Traxxas and it goes 150. And I'm like, well, you're lying, because then it doesn't. And then you're never going to go to 200 miles an hour. And it's just, yeah, it was it was nice to see Nick Case do this, and the time and energy and being a part of it, and in some obscure way, and making the tires and doing everything like that for him. But it just, it was, but after he was done, he was done. He was like, oh no, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, it's kind of like, dude, like, you spent like years trying to go 200 miles an hour, and he fucking did it, and he's like, now what? It's like, it's like Lord of the Rings. They fucking walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, and they get to the end and they go boom, and then fucking it's over, right? And it's like, it was just kind of one of those. This dude is on this journey forever, spends all this money, time, energy, his life's goal, and then he gets there and he's like, okay, well, now what? It's like, because like, to go from 2 to 3 would be even more insane, and I think at that point he was just kind of done.
Yeah.
So the fact that if a no prep car actually goes from that to 100 miles an hour in that short a time span, that's fairly impressive. And if anyone can do it, I think that Frank would be able to do it. He definitely has the know-how and he can drive, and he has the time and he has the money and he has the desire. If he wants to go that fast, he can. I mean, motherfucker races power boats. It's like, it ain't like, fucking no prep car and nothing to him.
Now, you're saying power boats. That reminds me. I thought we were going to do a competition.
About what? Oh, with the fucking boats?
We'll talk about that next week. I don't want to use up all the content we have. Are you going to the track this week?
No, I'm going on a trip.
Okay. I'm not going to the track this week. So next week we'll use that video as the key to our next week's show.
Okay.
So
what the fuck are you talking?
It's good to have stored up material.
Oh, okay.
So,
we have stored up material.
Yeah, we took some videos when it was raining.
No. Yeah.
So
this dumbass met this dumbass met this dumbass. The dumbass trio.
We had a good idea. So anyway, All right, you don't remember, so that's good. It'll be a surprise to you too. Okay,
Okay.
that's even better.
But
Um,
yeah, yeah. The it was I had so many guys. It was just crazy. I could go on forever, but yeah, there was one guy that was actually lived down here in the Tampa area, and he was like Jamaican or something. He's like, "Hi, man, I need those tires, man." He was just like, he would just talk to me for like 20 minutes. He's like, "Oh man, I need this. Oh man." He was like working for Schumacher or something, I think, at the time when they were still like a distributorship down here. he, he was a trip because he was just like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go 100. I'm gonna beat Nick Case's record," and I'm like, "No, you're not. Like, it ain't gonna happen. Like, it just, you're just not." It's like it's kind of like, it's like if you and I were gonna go race, 8 scale buggy or whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, we know about RC cars and we know how to drive for the most part, and we know about this, but the people who race 8 scale buggy aren't waiting for us to fucking show up to show them how it's done. Like, you know what I mean? And these dudes, like, you're just not like, you're just not just gonna show up and run 200 miles an hour like Nick Case. It's like, it just
but,
doesn't happen like that.
but the one time I did run 8 scale e-buggy, I did outqualify some actual people who call themselves 8 scale racers. It can happen.
Okay.
So it just I didn't know how to crash good enough. So
Oh, is
like
that
when
what it
you
is?
crash, you have to be full wood in it. So it just like writes itself up.
Oh, so it catches somehow. And
Yeah. You have to crash in a way that's just not natural to me. You have to be
okay.
full peg, so it just does nut stuff and then gets on its right and goes. So
Yeah, I would have trouble with that too.
yeah, I'm getting closer to it. Like because 4-wheel drive 10 scale buggy, you also kind of want to do dumb stuff like that too when it's like crashing. Just
Yeah,
just get into it and like hope for the best.
yeah. Hopefully the wheels catch something and it fucking rights itself.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't implode. That's all you really want.
I did. I kind of like, I'm watching the 8 scale worlds last week. I did kind of see some of that every once in a while. So yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of get what you mean.
yeah. You have to have a good way of crashing.
All right.
So it's different than like we talk about normal people crashing. Um, anyway, but all right. Well, where are you taking a little trip to? And
So yeah, I mean, so I leave tomorrow morning and I drive to Nashville,
oh,
and so I drive to Nashville tomorrow, and then Friday night is Nashville. Their Pearl Jam is playing.
that's what I was going to ask. I was like, are
Yeah,
you going to a Pearl Jam concert?
yeah. And then so after the concert on Friday, we drive to Louisville, Kentucky, and they're
Is there a
having
Pearl Jam concert?
well, it's a festival, a music festival, and Pearl Jam's playing at it. So yes, and then but there'll be more acts as well as Pearl Jam. And then Sunday morning, I leave from Louisville and drive to St. Louis, and I watch Pearl Jam again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you going to bring anything and stop off in Murfreesboro or at Apex or at pro level in St. Louis?
Am I gonna stop?
Yeah.
I did talk with EA. If the timing coordinates while I'm passing through Murfreesboro, I
Yeah.
might stop in and pick up some items. But if not, no big deal. It's not the end of the world.
All right.
And uh, I don't St. Louis. It'll be a weird like in and out kind of thing. So I won't
Okay.
really have time to go see Drew. But um, and then we're gonna pretty much drive home. And
It's going to be a hell of a trip home.
yeah, I'm actually gonna meet a celebrity on the way home.
Um, this is where I'm going to stop paying attention. So I have plausible deniability when you're like
Why?
holding some celebrity hostage Sunday night somewhere in a black Cadillac. So what's happening?
So my friend has a mutual friend.
Uh-huh.
And have you watched any of the She-Hulk series yet? She-Hulk, yes, She-Hulk.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this the Seattle Seahawks?
No, no, no. She-Hulk, like woman hawk, like
Like
Marvel. Yeah, Marvel green person.
no,
It's on Disney Plus.
no,
Uh,
I don't have that.
so my friend is friends with one of the characters in episode 3,
Oh,
and
okay.
so we're going to stop by and see her.
Are you guys going to have costumes?
No, 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 no. But it'll be cool.
All right. What would it take for you guys to have She-Hulk costumes on and then take a picture?
No, nothing, because I don't do costumes.
Oh, I think you do costumes. Don't lie. Someone,
No,
this is
I'm
the
all right.
challenge. Someone will find you in a costume
Oh,
and
I'm good.
share it.
The only costume I'll go as is I'll be just naked with roller skates on and be a pull toy.
All right, check please. So about that time. It's been a great show. Thanks everybody for coming. Please,
Oh, I will if you pull hard enough.
definitely. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Everything but the last few minutes. I'm in full support of.
Well, we can't be done yet. We got more shit to talk about.
I don't know. You've harshed my mellow. I got nothing. Okay.
Harshed your mellow. What the fuck, bro?
Mm.
They're funny. Oh, I did see Clerks 3 last night.
Um. So, are you wishing you had that hour and a half of your life back again?
No.
Yeah, you liked it.
Did you see it?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I did or I didn't anymore because what would be the difference in Clerks 3 versus Clerks 1? So they're older, they're at the mini mart, Jay and Silent Bob are out front. What's the difference?
Nostalgia, bitch.
It's called We Ran Out of Money. We need to make another movie.
No, 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 no.
Totally is.
Kevin Smith's got plenty of money. He doesn't need it. This is for the love and it's very for the craft and the art and the story. It's for the story, the continuation of the story.
So what was the story? Tell me the plot. You want to
So do
be
you
there today.
So he didn't want to be here. He was supposed to be here today. Well, Dante and Randall. So Randall is the blonde hair guy without the goatee, and he has a heart attack and decides that he needs to make a movie about his life being a clerk. Very
Who's
meta,
that?
huh?
Who's going to watch that?
Well, so this is the story of the movie. So anyway, I can
And
watch the trailer.
isn't doesn't Jay and Silent Bob doesn't Jay find his long lost daughter in this movie?
No.
Is that Jay and Silent Bob 2?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen this one then.
No, it just came out yesterday. Like literally was released yesterday.
No, they did some pre-releasing of it. And yeah. So
Not really.
I think they did.
Okay, whatever. I saw it in a theater.
Okay.
Just came out.
Yeah. All right. No,
There's a trailer, obviously.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
But
So
this is my I guess this is kind of my week of the '90s because I just saw Clerks 3, and then now I'm gonna go watch Pearl Jam for 3 nights in a row. So this is I'm reliving my youth 30
yeah.
years later.
So, how do you think the Pearl Jam guys are going to get from venue to venue? Do you think they're going to bus it, or do you think they're flying?
They're flying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Flying feels like a lot of complication. If you can drive it, why don't they drive it?
Well, I'm sure they're not gonna drive. They'll probably be riding in a bus. Yeah, they might bus it. I don't know. I mean, it's only 2 to 3 hours between each destination, so it's really not that far of a drive.
Yeah, I think you'd want to bus it.
Yeah, they're probably busing it.
Yeah,
But they're not. Yeah, I mean that's hey.
I think we need a tour bus. That would be pretty good.
Hey, Tedeschi Trucks just got rid of their tour bus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. You ever know the Tedeschi Trucks band? No.
No. I was also thinking like maybe we need a sprinter van.
Okay.
That's
With what?
like things like this.
Pictures of you and me?
No, no,
No.
no one would want that
Like
van.
Burt Kreischer? Fucking, you see his fucking van, his buses? You know who
No,
Burt Kreischer is?
no.
He's a comedian. He takes off his fucking shirt all the time. And
Okay.
he's got the same build of about every RC racer we know. And so anyway, so he takes his fucking shirt off. And so when he goes on tour, it's fucking him with his shirt off. It's hilarious. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
He tells the machine.
I have not met this guy. Has he been on the Are You Garbage podcast yet?
I don't know. He has his own podcast for Two Birds with Tom Segura. Two
Oh.
bears. I mean, two bears, one cave.
Two bears, one cave.
That's the name of their podcast. Here, that's him. So
Okay,
like,
I feel that guy.
hey, he'll. This will be his rap on his bus. It'll be this picture. Yeah.
All right, I might need to check this out.
He's a funny guy.
Two bears, one cave.
Yeah, Tom Segura. Him. They actually so they got into this competition of giving each other birthday gifts, and so this most recent birthday gift, Bert bought Segura a race car, and they formed a racing team, and so they got with the guy from the Smoking Tire. I can't remember his name. He's got the Pearl Jam tattoos and shit. And so anyway, he kind of talked him into like, this is what you need to get this E35, and you can send it off to this company, and for like 60 grand or whatever, they'll fucking build you a race car, and they're pretty bulletproof. And because Segura is really into like, he gets like press cars like McLarens and shit. And he fucking runs them around for a couple days. And so anyway, so now they have gotten this E35, and they're gonna race it in some sort of like kind of lemons kind of E35 class or whatever. And so yeah, that's like the two bears, one cave fucking race team. So I guess there's going to be footage to come. I haven't seen anything out there yet on the YouTubes, but
I can only imagine how that will go down.
It's hilarious because they were on this. Both of them have been on the Smoking Tire here recently, talking about what they're going to do and get, and it's pretty funny.
All right.
What's the guy from the Smoking Tire? What's his name?
Matt Farah.
Yeah, Matt Farah. That dude's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. At least it appears to be anyway. I mean, again, he's got Stickman tattooed on his forearm. So, I mean, he wins in my book. I mean, when you got Pearl Jam fucking on your tattooed on your forearm, I mean, you're a pretty cool guy in my opinion.
Okay.
I know I have a very low standard, so I mean, obviously I hang out with you. So.
Yeah, something like that.
Likewise, right?
And, to Marcus, I will not share the video or the image you just shared to me. People try to like send me random things during the show, trying to get me to drop stuff that's just gonna blow up in everyone's face. So
I will
not share that.
Oh yeah, I know. He sends me shit too. Yeah. The thing with the music lip syncing, we can't sing that. We can't play that. We get fucking busted.
Yeah, that's no good. And but yeah, it's that's a thing. So we gotta be careful with that. All right. Well, I don't know. We could talk about the Max Verstappen utter beatdown of people at the F1 race, but it's almost not even fun anymore. Like,
I mean,
it's starting to,
he started seventh, and by lap one, he was third. Like,
it's bad. And so, like, I don't know why the struggle's so real for some of these folks, but yeah, it's bad. And I don't know. Definitely doesn't look good.
So who's the race competition director for Ferrari? What's that guy's name?
I don't know. He's got crazy hair.
He reminds me a lot of fucking Martini guy,
Yeah.
Monaco. Yeah,
All right.
they kind of look the same. Like you could like you put them next to each other, like oh yeah, they could be brothers. Like Francisco Martini, yeah, they kind of look kind of the same. I mean, they're both Italian, so it makes sense, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm Italian, I look nothing like either one of them. So, but
I would love for you to look like one of those guys. That'd be great.
not really. No, I don't. I'm good. Um,
I think it'd be amazing. I think we all want that.
no, so, but yeah, he. I think they do look kind of similar in a way, but whatever. But yeah, no, yeah, Verstappen pretty much like, yeah, we don't have to win this race. I mean, we just have to finish and do well, and we'll be fine. And it's like, oh well, we're gonna win it. Like next week, like in 2 weeks, he's gonna fucking, pretty much clinch everything.
Yeah, he's gonna wrap it up. The one thing that was interesting to me was Nick DeVries getting an opportunity to run
Yeah.
2 different cars that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy in the scenario where he ran an Aston Martin in free practice 2. I'm sorry, free
No
practice,
one.
and then got an opportunity to run free practice 3 and qualify and the main in a Williams, and frankly, crushed it. Beat his teammate. You always want to beat your teammate, and yeah, I'm happy I'm not his teammate because I'd be like on suicide watch.
Well, I mean, from what I can understand, I heard that Albon has had some struggles. I read a short blurb this morning, and I don't know if it's fake news.
Albon's okay. Like, I mean, health struggles after he had to go under the knife.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, could be.
yeah. I heard like he had some respiratory thing he got, so he's still not fully recovered. So
That's not good.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe DeVries is gonna fucking Wally Pip, just fucking, you know.
Anything's possible, and
Do
so
you know the story of Wally Pip?
no, I don't.
Oh, okay. So Wally Pip was the guy who played center field or whatever for the Yankees. And Wally Pip got sick one day and couldn't go into the game. And so the next day, so the game he couldn't start the game. So that day, Lou Gehrig took his place, and Lou Gehrig and then had the record for all those consecutive games played in a row. So it's called being Wally Pipped when you get fucking replaced and then never get to come back in. Because like Lou Gehrig went and had like 3 home runs or something his first day, or I don't know, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So that's Wally Pipped.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But I do think that other guy that's in the other car, he's a Canadian. I don't know what the guy's name is. You don't need to know what his name is because he's irrelevant, effectively. And so that's the sad part is that they're going to run out the rest of the season with this other guy who's terrible. And when they should just have someone who can actually score points in the car, not making them look like a bunch of amateurs.
Yeah, but that's all contracts, Like they can't. He's Mercedes' guy, He can't just. Though Williams uses Mercedes power, they just can't fucking rock up in there. I think he's got contracts in Mercedes.
I think they'd let him rock up in there.
This is kind of the frustrating thing that I heard. That gets me is like they had the Italian guy who's the director of F1. They had him in the booth for one, not this past race, but the race before, and they're like, so do you really think we could use another team? We got all these drivers out there, and
he's like, we're good.
Nah, we're good. Fucking, we got enough talent. We don't need more. Like, motherfuck. Like, come on, man. I think F1 should have at least 4 more teams, 4 more cars. I need 24.
Like there used to be a bunch more teams, and they weren't that impressive.
Yeah, but I think with today's technology, today's money, I think you could rock another 4 teams and be fine.
I think that the problem is that the cars are too safe, and people are driving too long, and the new kids don't get a shot.
Oh, you're saying since Alonso doesn't get to beat the fuck up anymore, or not dead yet, that
Yeah, yeah. But like
I mean
right now,
that's a very morbid way to put it, but okay.
that's how racing was. You went around the track, and sometimes you died. Lot less reasons to die now, and that halo thing is incredible. And
Oh yeah,
so,
Joe Granu would have been fucking dead.
yeah, he would have been a pancake, bro. And so, the reality is people are running longer, and they have these like super duper contracts, but they need more ways to showcase, overall, the rest of the drivers that are out there. So I don't know. That's what I would do. Find a way to put more junior people in the hobby.
Well then, obviously, four more cars, two more
Yeah.
teams, four more cars.
The other thing you could do, this could be fun. What if every team could run 3 cars?
That would work too.
But I think that would have a different outcome because then you just have one dominant car sweep the podium.
Like, oh, one, two, and three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could, but I think also it could be a situation too where like, so only you could make it to where only the top two cars score points, and then the third car.
They would never do it.
No,
It's
no,
not.
no, 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 no. You would have 3 cars on there, so now you have 3 cars to score points.
Mhm.
However, you can only count your 2 highest places. So you theoretically you could lock somebody out from getting points, and or you could run the third car as kind of like the test car, and it would just do all your fucking R&D for you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think those are all interesting things. Like, but the reality is they just have to have more of these kids, running.
I think there's just so much talent out there that's not getting a chance, and it's kind of disheartening. It's like, why do you even want to be a F1 driver? Because it's like, I mean, theoretically, when you're trying to aspire to the pinnacle of whatever sport you've chosen as a youth, whether it be race car driving, basketball, football, soccer, like F1 is literally the hardest because there's only 20 of those motherfuckers.
Yep.
And like, you're like, and you got people like what's his face being in there for like the last 30 years. He's like the fucking Tom Brady of fucking F1 drivers. And then this is even what's even more crazy. They're thinking about bringing back Nico Hakkinen. Like, what the fuck? Like people aren't better than Nico Hakkinen?
I think you're bringing up the wrong person.
Oh, what am I
They're
thinking
going to
of?
run Jack Villeneuve in some sort of like midweek test.
No, 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 no. Who's the guy that fills in for everyone when they're fucking sick?
Nico Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg, that's who it is. That motherfucker. So yeah, like he's like on the short list.
Yeah.
Like how like this motherfucker has been everywhere and like he's on your short list. It's like why? I don't get it.
It's not the worst idea in the world. It's just,
Yeah, but there's so many guys out there that are actually good and give them a fucking shot.
well, they probably just want to guarantee like that the guy will know what he's doing, and you won't have the Canadian guy in the Williams that I don't remember his name because he sucks.
Latif?
Yeah, Latif. There you go.
Well, but I mean, and you know this. It just comes down to who can bring the fucking most money.
Well, these teams are trying to say that they're not about just money anymore, and like because they're fully like funded, like the whole drive.
Checo, fucking Checo's around because he brings a fucking wallet with him.
I don't know, man. He
Oh, come on. I mean, he runs good. Don't get me wrong, but okay, fucking Stroll. That motherfucker probably wouldn't be around without his daddy. I mean,
the daddy had to go buy the whole team though.
but still, but even before daddy he was fucking. Even before daddy bought the team.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that level that you need to bring a fucking checkbook with you. I mean,
yeah,
it's been that way for Indy cars for years. I mean, decades, not even years. But yeah, I don't know. What are you doing? You're not paying attention.
well, you're boring.
Well, fuck you. Well, all right, bye.
Yeah,
Bye, Felicia. Catch me outside, motherfucker.
Felicia. Anyway, haven't you heard of multitasking? We got lots of things going over here.
Oh yeah. What's Marco sending you now?
No, not that. We're working on promotions. All
Oh,
right.
promotions, huh?
Yeah.
We're trying to get paid. Is that what we're doing?
No.
Oh.
I can share a little sneak peek of what we're about to drop. It'll hit the grocer's freezer tomorrow.
Is this more oval body stuff?
No.
Oh.
Let's see. No, it doesn't actually show.
Yeah, this is riveting shit right here.
Well, it is, man. It is. It's rich and compelling. We're working on who's coming to the NYGP. That's all that anyone cares about. And
Do they? Do they really? Do they?
I think they do. Yep.
So, not this weekend, but next weekend is the Southern Nationals.
Correct.
That's kind of the kicks off the carpet season.
Yeah.
Down in EA's place.
Yeah.
Huh?
The world will be watching.
Yeah.
All
United States eyes will focus to Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yeah. You're showing up there a week too early.
That's all right.
You got a lot of vacation time, man. You could just stay there. You could stay there. You could work on your carpet game, become one with the carpet, and run next weekend. It'd be really good for you, I think.
I'm good. I'm just gonna save it all up. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, no offense. I mean, look, it's great place, great track, great everything. We know that. I don't want to run carpet.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I got to run the F-Series season opener. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. I
forgot all about that.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Fuck, I knew I was doing something.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's good. It's good.
I want to get my shit pushed in again and fucking Valkyria.
Exactly. You want to get ready to quit. That's what it is.
Yes, what it is. Yes, I am.
So,
massive sale October at the end of October.
Yeah. So just a little sneak peek.
House of Pain coming, huh?
What's dropping? But we'll see.
All right.
And it's really nice to see a lot of folks wanting to come back. Get back to the States, get to some racing, and some people were before. So hoping more people will show up. It should be pretty good. Mangler has lost us. He's like, enough of this NYGP talk. Let's pretend something's really exciting. So when he comes back, he's going to get mad that he's missing out on it. This is the most awkward 10 seconds of video ever. All right. What else is happening? I think entries close up for the Southern Nats. Hey, Mangler, are entries closed for the Southern Nats yet?
What?
Are entries closed for the Southern Nats yet?
I don't know.
Let's see. Now there's a bunch of talk about, get your signups paid for, blah blah blah. I think they hit 200 large entries.
Nice.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, good for them. That's awesome.
There's going to be a lot of guys racing their pro VTA. I
heard there's no 17.5 class, so you either have to run mod or you have to run 21.5.
Or you can run USGT.
Okay, or USGT.
I got a call from a certain guy who has tight pants and lives in
Winnebago.
In lovely Winnebago, Missouri, and was like, hey, so yeah, I'm not gonna run mod, so yeah. And I was like, oh, so you want to run front wheel drive? And he's like, well, no. And so he's gonna show up and run USGT. He's like, I got a whole bunch of bodies. They're all painted, ready to go. I'm like, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
have fun.
I think he'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And, that's what it's all about. You gotta have some.
exactly.
So,
And typically at the end of the day,
did you have 2 bathroom breaks during this show?
yeah, I drank all this motherfucker, and I've been drinking shit all day.
I We're gonna need an adult diaper sponsor.
I'm not pissing
This,
myself.
yeah, you could have
I
twice.
get a, I get like a fucking, I get just fill this bitch up while I'm running.
Yeah, and then you'd be like,
People wouldn't even know. Be like, I'm just sitting here pissing, like, motherfucker.
and then you'd be like, why is this warm? Yeah, I
Eh,
don't know why.
why are the sandwiches all wet? You know? Oh, the dog pissed on the sandwich in the picnic basket.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you drive safe. Are you gonna get? Are you a guy who goes and gets a concert shirt?
No, I do not get the shirt. I get the poster.
The post. Okay, hold on. Now, do you have these things hanging up in your room?
I I I do not. I have probably somewhere in the neighborhood, just a rough guess, could be a little, could be within about 50 concert posters from Pearl Jam.
Really?
Yeah, from not only shows that I go to, but shows that I like, or posters that I like. Usually, I try to, after the concert, buy the signed and numbered print from the artist. Because usually the artists usually sell about 100 of them after the shows online. So I usually try to buy those because there's, obviously signed and numbered from the artist. Or if I go, I always try to get an event poster. I have every concert I went to except for one. Uh, and I'm still looking for that one. I could find it if I really tried hard, but I haven't. And so anyway, yeah, I collect all the posters. I don't. They're all in plastic sleeves, like like when you had a baseball card, you put the baseball card in a plastic sleeve kind of thing. So I have them in these plastic sleeves for actual concert posters, and they lay flat because you can't keep them rolled up, It's fucking, yeah, can't keep them rolled up. They're all like in mint condition. And one day, when I become rich, I will frame them, but I can't afford it, so it's fine. I have to buy goddamn RC tires.
Yeah. Just imagine how many sets of tires those posters could get you.
Oh yeah, but I like, like here I have one right here actually from a concert that I bought. I have not opened yet. It's still in this tube sealed. So actually got a couple of them here. Again, there's another one. I have, I don't know, 7 right here from this past concert series that I've bought.
I got nothing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I never, I appreciate the art. I mean, because I mean, I'm very cultured. I like art. Um, so anyway, but I can appreciate art, and I like the posters. I think they're cool. I like the band, so it's just something I kind of collect and save. And some of them are worth a little bit of money, some of them are not.
Okay. Last question for you, Mangler. Is this battery bad?
No, why?
Look at the case.
So
Is that like new? Throw some black tape on there.
are you gonna try to sell it?
I don't know. Anyway, that's all
Well,
I have. You got posters, bro. I got 1S sticks. All right. Here's my posters. They're 1S sticks right here.
I mean, if you want to sell them, sell them. If you want to run them, just throw some tape around it. Be good. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. I mean, it's probably a shit battery by this point, anyways. Who cares? If you're just looking to get some laps out of it, get some laps out of it. Or if you really want to get fancy, you can just recase the motherfucker. Just break it open, find another case, break it open, fucking brand new battery.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
No, it's not that bad. I've done it a lot.
All right. He's like, no, that's easy. See, I just caught him, guys. There you go. You know?
Hey, sometimes the batteries that you're given to by your sponsor aren't as good as some other people's batteries, and you need to fucking run what's fast, so you just switch them up. And no one knows what's inside that case.
You heard it now here first.
It wasn't cheating. It was just sponsor representation.
Well, you know, it's kind of cheating. It's
Not really. Just sponsor representation.
No, but if you they wouldn't be Roar legal if they disassembled them.
They wouldn't know.
Okay. Anyway,
because inside there's like literally no markings.
Okay.
There's like a date code. There's some fucking numbers. No one knows what those means. Do you think Roar's ever opened a goddamn battery? No.
I would hope so.
No.
We can talk to Jason Mechanic. Maybe he can tell us how they do the Roar qualification process.
Who the hell is Jason Mechanic?
He's the guy who qualifies all the batteries for Roar.
I don't think he's cracking open cases.
Maybe not.
Nah.
So, it is interesting to see. Like this one's been used up a little bit. SMC, they're like out of the battery game.
Really?
Yeah.
Danny's done?
It looks like it. Unless they start coming back with something. They said they were changing factories and like dumping inventory. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's always fun to go find your box of 1S's and then try to figure out are any of them any good anymore. So
get that GFX fired up, kid.
Yeah, I got to work on that. That's
do you know where it's at?
Oh yeah, it's in the closet. It's good.
Okay. With R. Kelly.
No. It's just in the closet. Fine. And yeah, we're gonna be doing that soon. So
that's always fun.
Yeah.
Do you have one or two?
GFXs?
Yeah. Oh, two. Okay, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
But I don't really like using them. So
why?
I don't like bringing them to races. They always break when I bring them.
How do they break?
They just don't turn on when you show up, or you get home they're broken.
Yeah. How is it that you have so much trouble with like tire truers and GFXs traveling to races?
I don't know, man.
Like,
I
have literally probably had my GFX for 25 years now.
Yep.
And like that thing, they're like the most indestructible thing ever.
I can break anything.
Oh my God, you're fucking horrible. Because I've seen GFXs where fucking smoke has come out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you unplug it real quick because the smoke's coming out, and you plug that fucker back in, and it keeps working.
Put a new fuse in, done.
Or whatever. I don't know what the fuck smoked, but you can just plug it back in and it works just fine. Yep. Like they are like the Humvee of fucking battery chargers. You cannot blow them bitches up. The problem is that they're fucking 5 times the size of anything else. But goddamn, they're good.
Yep. Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't decide to make their new charger that they showed at Snowbirds that one year.
Well, just anything. I mean, the thing about it is that the company Competition Electronics, they don't necessarily like the RC side, huh?
They make shooting equipment.
Yeah, shooting equipment. Yeah,
there's no money in it. That's why.
Yeah. So yeah, all right. We done?
I think so.
Okay.
So the people, there's only 13 left. So.
All right. Well, what was our high? Well, do you know the high one?
I don't know. We hit at least 22.
Okay, that's good.
So, but all right. Well, next week we have some rich and compelling material for you all, and we're going to need some feedback on it because we're going to have a little competition down at the Paved Asphalt Nationals. But yeah, we'll share more next time. So,
and we'll be on again next Wednesday too.
Yes, another Wednesday. And Mangler has to take care of business, and so
maybe we'll get some Worlds competitors on the show or something.
I don't know if any of them will not have killed themselves by then.
Suicide rates might be high after.
Yeah. There's definitely some Germans out there wanting to kill some bitches. They're gonna have like they're gonna be like, you guys, you Italians, you turned on us during the war. Get 'em. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, man. That's all I gotta
Ugh,
say. So, and
so funny.
I'm just gonna congratulate Mikhail Orlowski on his win.
Oh, you're going with really
Yeah, I'm doing predictions right now because he's going to use the power of the British and the Schumacher
the
because
rain,
they know how to race in the rain. So hopefully
yeah,
they're sending him rain stuff right now. And
right?
so, Mikhail, congratulations on your new World Touring Car Championship.
Wow, look at you.
You want to
I'm
make
gonna
a
go.
call?
Okay, non-obvious picks only. So you've just made yours, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Non-obvious pick. If I had to go on, I'm gonna go with Ronald Falk because the dude's used to racing on dirt.
Maybe. He might have the good slide control.
Yeah,
All right. It's not a bad pick.
I, I think it's pretty solid myself.
Yeah. If there's
And
weather,
he's running automatic, so
yeah, because otherwise, like if this is a dry race, Bruno's out there. He's just like sweeping it up right now.
I think he's mostly just stamping some bitches right now. Is what he's really doing.
Yeah, everyone in the X-ray team's trying to figure out why is my car not that fast.
Well, no, I mean, Alex put out a pretty fast run today.
Sure, but
He did. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was, yeah.
But he was still off of. It was actually the top 5 guys, and maybe I'll be so inclined to try to pull this up again. The top 5 guys looked like they were on pace from just a raw speed perspective,
Hmm.
but everyone else, nope. And because like they didn't do a 15-second lap, and so that whether you want to like split hairs and call the cutoff point the 15-second lap, or you want to call it the 16-second, 16.0-second lap, to
Yeah.
me, that's kind of like pretty telling of just like how much pace the guys do or don't have. And so, this was at least the results from that round. Let's see, how do I share this? I don't know if I've seen the overall actually for the round. So this was at least from race 16. I'm sorry, race 6, which is interesting.
Yeah, because only 3 people ran 19 laps, I think.
Yeah, so Hagberg did squeak in a 19. I did see that,
It
and
was like a
so
1912, wasn't it?
he's second overall. So
Yeah.
we can share that too, just for funsies, because those values I think are kind of important. They're going to play out. Like it would be great to have a second overall going into some crazy possible result.
Well, it's not. So it's just qual points, right? So, but this is the tiebreaker.
Mhm.
So this is what your fastest run overall is going to be the tiebreaker. So if it rains all the rest of the rounds,
Yep.
this will be your tiebreaker. And so this is kind of important if you're like on the bubble or whatever, right?
Yeah. So it looks like Crap, Hagberg, and Bruno got 19, and then Mikhail was the fastest guy with an 18.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't think it's going to matter if the cars are spinning out and your electronics stop running and all these other things. It was good to see Victor Wilk up there, and Nicholas Lee Grosscamp. He's still there 10 years later, trying to get another world championship. Prumper. I don't know who Mateus is. He's from Slovakia, so I'm assuming he's running an X-ray. And then Volker gets a 10. Reinhardt with an 11. Ronald with a 13. Urbane with a 14. Hayato a 16. Clearly there was definitely some struggle going on here. Sobu with a 29. Wow.
Yeah, he was like second overall, wasn't he?
I don't know. And then
I think he hot lapped second.
yeah, that looks like a challenge. What happened to Sobu? Because Yeah, just a 509.
Hmm.
16.2.
Maybe he had a bad lap.
Not going to do it. So, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting how that's playing out at the event. And I don't know. It's this is going to be one that people probably wish they didn't go to.
Like us Americans.
Yeah. So, there's guys like Sam. He's like, yep, made the right choice. You guys are having a hateful time. Enjoy.
Well, I mean, could you imagine like spending a lot of time traveling the world and it fucking rains?
It's called almost every asphalt race I've ever gone to. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I will say,
Is it like going to Florida?
every asphalt race I've ever gone to in Florida, 2013 Nats, the 2016 Nats, a few weeks ago. I think those are the only three. I think I've only been to Florida 3 times for asphalt, and it's rained every time.
Yeah, but the one in 13 it only ran the first day.
Yeah, we had no practice on a brand new car. We were terrible.
Yeah.
I could seed 4th overall, right behind EA. Proof that EA used to go to asphalt races, and sun would come out, the car would go to poop, and then the sun would, we'd be done racing, the sun would go away, the car's money again. So whatever. Anyway, we figured it out. But
have we?
Anyway, we've gotten better. All right. Okay. Anyway. So and I gotta say the converse is we've also gone to California, and the Reedy race in whichever the last one was at Steel City, it rained like the whole week, or it was weird the whole week. The last 2 Tamiya races, they weren't bad. And then Nats up in Brandon's track, local track. That one was actually really good. There was no bad weather the entire time.
Jackson, that one year you had a hurricane come through.
Bro, it was a mess. A hurricane. There was lightning going off during the mod qualifier.
Yeah.
Chase is losing his shit on the stand. Yeah, it was a mess, dude.
Fucking tents were just destroyed.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. People just threw stuff out. Like Larry had to go buy shoes.
And you don't find 17s on every fucking corner.
Yeah, they don't sell clown shoes everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy. So yeah. Anyway, asphalt race. You never know what's going to happen, man.
Nope, never. All
right, kid. Drive safe. Enjoy the shows, and we'll see you here on Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. Like, subscribe, share.
Yes. All right. We out of here.